Hey guys, welcome to the first video on my Tau Ghostkeel battlesuit, where I'm going to show you how I went from this bare plastic look using just a couple of spray cans to get a very smooth white start point to work the weathering from. Let's go! I'm going to use this one, don't bang it, give it a bit of a swirl, and then thin coats. Spray it there, give it a bit of a test. Can you see my hand? Okay, just to add some more some notes over the top of this. The spray cans are really good. They're fast. The number one thing I use them for is that they're super fast. I realize that for the amount of paint you get out of them, they're a little bit more expensive, but for speed and convenience, you can see having it on a base makes it much faster, doesn't it? So I was interrupting myself with my voiceover. For speed and convenience, I think they're really good. They're good. Tamiya. Good stuff. Next step, I'm going to go with TS07 Racing White. It's a fantastic full gloss off-white. Okay, while spraying the white, it's probably because I was using both hands on this one. I wasn't talking to myself as much, so I can get a couple more notes in here for you. Now, using these paints, they spray a lot of volume of gas and paint at the same time. Now, I know that's very obvious, but that's one of the reasons I prefer to use them outside. I mean, I have a filter and a spray booth, but using them outside is, again, it's for convenience. And over the years, doing a volume of models, and needing to have them done in a quick matter of time, I like taking a lot of shortcuts. Now, you can see with the direction of this, I mostly used the first Tamiya, the grey one. That was to check for imperfections in my finish. Games Workshop is a little bit more, I think we need to be a little bit more cleaner about our builds than, say, the Machining Krieger stuff I usually work with. Quick double check and good. Now back into my studio, and having a good look at this under the bright lights, I can see that there's a couple of places where I wouldn't mind a bit of a touch-up. Now, I mostly sprayed this stuff, and you could see that I was doing it from a direction to try to catch the light. I mean, the grey that I sprayed previously, it's not a bad kind of pre-shade undercoat look. So I shot the white spray downward in a direction to leave a little bit of the shadow behind. It's not a pronounced effect. You can't finish it on that. But it worked well enough. Now I'm going to show you one of the techniques I'll use. The paints you shoot out of the cans are lacquers, and so these Mr. Color hobby lacquers, they match up with it really well, and they can help heal any of these spots where I wouldn't say it was rough, but you know, I felt like there was just a couple of spots that I want to fix up. So I'll use some of this self-leveling thinner from also from Mr. Color. I've got a holes drilled in the top there, and that turns it into a quick shaker bottle. I'm all about the convenience and doing things quickly. If it's difficult, I don't want to do it. And I'm sure you're exactly the same, and that's why I like to share these kind of tips and ideas with you. A lot of the stuff I'm showing you here, I know it's pretty alien to people who start out with Games Workshop stuff, and I understand that. I also started out with Games Workshop. Now these lacquer paints, they work a lot better if you use a paint stirrer that I'm showing here on the other side of my my big gorilla hand. Sorry. You got to make sure that you're getting all of the mix from the bottom. They don't separate a lot, but you know, it's just good to be confident that you're using the paint as it was intended to be used. A little splash of thinner, and make sure you're using this in a well ventilated area. No, they're not toxic, they stink. But, you know, I wouldn't drink them. But, you know, they're not overly toxic either. Now, when you spray them, it's different. So people say, oh, there's fumes. Yes, they are, but they're not atomized. When you shoot it out of an airbrush, make sure you're wearing, you know, any paint, be it acrylic or what have you, make sure you're wearing a proper mask. When you're painting them like this is not an atomized gas coming off them. So, you know, don't huff it. Make sure you've got windows or something open like I have here, but they're fine. Now, if you're coming over from using exclusively, say, Citadel, Vallejo type acrylic paints, you know, the first couple of times using these paints, it'll be like a whoa moment, because they're very, very, very different. I mean, they're a solvent-based paint. So the performance, you know, it really could not be more different from the water-based acrylics that we often use. But you know, saying that, they also offer performance benefits that some of the acrylic-based paints that we work with cannot. And that's one of the things I'm taking advantage here. Because of the solvent-based thinner, it can melt the underlayers. So if you've done something that's a little bit rough or you want to re-smooth it, which we really want, you guys know about this one, how hard is it to get smooth white? So I'm using the chemical properties here to work to my advantage and relay down a wet coat with the thinner here. And what it does is it will self-level and it will dry and give me a very smooth, nice finish. Now, the other benefit is, if I really mess this up, now I've had quite a bit of practice, I'm pretty good at this. I've been doing this kind of paint for about 10 years on models in Japan. I can sandpaper this back also to help get a smooth finish. And I'm sure you guys will agree, that's what we need for the start, a nice smooth finish. Okay, that wraps up the initial stages. I'll do a couple more videos, show you how I got it looking to this, and more from there. If you want to know about me, I'm a professional modeler in Japan. More stuff on my website. Click the link. And don't forget to subscribe. Cheers guys, see ya.